I'm back. Yes, I'm finally back on YouTube. And I just wanted to, before I start creating a lot of content, I just want to just jump back in and update you on where I've been and what's going on. So I stepped away from YouTube to focus on my spiritual awakening process. I needed all the time and energy I could muster to really focus on that part of my spiritual path. And we moved through many cycles of change and growth. We had some extraordinary experiences. If you know my channel, if you know my content, you know that I have experienced mediumship, but then it seemed to recede. That talent receded and I wasn't able to access it anymore, but it did come back when I was away from YouTube. I did experience mediumship frequently, but it was really for my own growth and healing. It was never intended, or it feels like it might not have been intended for me to share that part of my path, at least not in like a active working as a medium kind of way. But I did have a mediumship experience with someone in my soul family, a member of my soul family. Their family and spirit connected with me. And so we worked together on that. But otherwise, it's again since then receded, and I miss it. I miss that connection, but I do feel my family and spirit very, very close. They're around me all the time. So maybe I miss it on some human level, but on a soul level, we're all together always. There is no separateness. Other things that I've experienced down my path are recently we experienced what I call the remembering. The remembering, well, let's back up. When spiritual people, myself included, believe that, or often believe that our soul chooses our life. But when they are birthed into the earth plane, they are wiped of all memory. They don't remember their soul. They don't remember their purpose. They don't remember why we're here. I mean, that's pretty much why we're all looking for our soul purpose. Because we don't remember it when we come through. Our soul doesn't remember it when they come through. It is the path, their path is to learn and grow and often find their soul purpose or discover it. More on that later. This remembering, though, it was so beautiful. My soul and I were invited to what I call the soul realm, and we had an experience there. And I have written about it on my blog. So if you are really interested or curious and wanted to hear what the remembering was like, it was so beautiful. Please go to the link in the video description and I will have a link to that specific blog post. And then subsequent to that, after the remembering, I'm twiggling because Flame, my soul Flame, she's here with us. After we experienced the remembering, we also experienced soul integration, which I did not know was a thing until it happened. And it just felt funny. And then I was guided to the awareness of what was happening, what was going on. I also wrote about that on the blog. So I will also link to that post. It was just recently. These things that happened in terms of the remembering and the soul integration, that's very recent. So I'll link to that and you can catch up with how things are going for me on this spiritual path. And you'll notice that I'm talking a lot about experiences with our soul purpose, soul remembering, the soul integration. A lot of what has been happening for me since I left YouTube was about the soul. And that includes finding my soul purposes. Purposes, plural. Multiple soul purposes have emerged for me. And that led to an entire series on my blog about how to find your soul purpose and how I did it, the things that I did to discover my soul purpose, because I didn't go out there and find it. I actually honored the growth of my soul during my spiritual awakening, and in that process, the purposes emerged from within me, from my soul. It's our soul purpose, our soul's purpose. And so how I learned about my soul purposes was to actually connect with my soul and allow her through, there she is again, allow her through my intuition to guide us towards our purpose. And I shared that in a blog series. I think it's a series of like 12 posts. I put links to all of them on a single web page on my website, and I will link to that web page so you can work on finding your soul purpose as well, or discovering it, or having it emerge. Anyway, I have been called back to YouTube to turn that blog series into a video series. So I have come back to YouTube to share how to find your soul purpose, how I found mine, how I connected with my spirit team, with my soul, how I followed my intuition, how I have honored that path and allowed my soul purposes to emerge. So stay tuned to the channel. That's what's coming up next. If you're watching this, the video's either already been published or is about to be published. So remember to subscribe. So remember to subscribe. Gosh, I might be a little rusty on this YouTube thing, but stick with me. Remember to subscribe and set the notification bell so that when that series of videos starts posting, you'll know and you won't miss a thing. I am truly grateful you're here. I love you. Be well, beautiful soul. We'll see you shortly. Fun fact, if you look at past videos, you'll see the little monstera plants. These are the same monstera plants. They are huge now. This is the size of the leaves. They are so big I can't quite fit them in between the furniture and into the frame, so I might not be able to do this again, but we'll see.